Greetings to all. Today we are going to study one more important topic of biology, that is the human respiratory system. So we know this thing that respiration is the process of using oxygen to break down the food to release energy, carbon dioxide and water. And we also know this thing, respiration take place in three phases. First phase is your external respiration, or we can say breathing. Second is your internal respiration, or we can say carrying oxygen into the cells and carbon dioxide out of these cells through blood. And the third phase is your cellular respiration. That means the breaking down of food or glucose within the cells in presence of oxygen to release energy. So today we are going to discuss about the various organs that are responsible or that are helping us to respire, and we will be seeing their functions and their anatomy. So let's start. So these are the organs for breathing in human beings that you can see in your screen. Yes, so it starts with your nostrils. See, when your air is inhaled, it passes our nostrils and enters the nasal cavity, and from the nasal cavity the air enters the windpipe or the trachea. Okay, the windpipe branches into smaller tubes called your bronchi. Yes, or singular of this word. This is the plural word. Bronchi is the plural, and you can see the singular is bronchus. Yes, and each bronchus will enter into a lung, as you can see over here. See, this is trachea, and it is branching into two bronchi. Yes, and each is known as bronchus, and now what will happen, the each bronchus enter into the lung, and in the lungs each bronchus will branch out into the smaller tubes called bronchioles. Yes, at the end of these tubes there are tiny air-like sacs, we can say, that are known as alveoli. Yes, and the singular is alveolus. Okay, the wall of these alveoli are lined with the network of blood vessels and capillaries to facilitate the exchange of gases. I'm going to show you all this. Okay, now you can see the trachea on your screen. This is the trachea, and this is called as your windpipe. Yes, it is called your windpipe. So what is the function? It helps in the movement of the air. And nasal cavity, it filters your air and prevents the entry of harmful substances. After trachea comes your bronchi. Yes, you can see over here one straight line, that is your trachea, that is branching out into two bronchi, and each is called the bronchus. Then I said that these bronchi will further divide into the small tubes. You can see the bronchiole, I told you. So this is the further bronchus. You can see is over here. You can see over here. Okay, that will enter into your lungs, and after that you can see the lungs further. In the lungs there is branching of this bronchus, and that is known as bronchiole. You can see over here in the enlarged picture, that is the bronchiole. And this bronchioles will further have air-like structures. You can see the air-like structures like molecules. You can say these air-like sacs or structures are known as alveoli. All together are known as alveoli. So is it clear to you? Okay. Now I will tell you the mechanism of breathing in just brief. Like during inhalation, you know, when we take in air, the diaphragm contracts. Okay, the diaphragm contracts. So what is the diaphragm? It is the base of, we can say, a muscular sheet called diaphragm that forms the base of the rib cage. Yes, so you can see over here also in the over here, that is moving up and down. Yes, so what happens when we take in the air, this diaphragm contracts, that means it moves downwards. Yes, and the rib cage moves upwards and expands. It expands. what will happen? It is reverse. In inhalation, the diaphragm is moving down, or it is contracting, and the lungs and your rib cage is expanding. This causes the volume inside the chest cavity to increase and reduce the pressure inside it. When the pressure inside the lungs get reduced, the air from the outside rushes into the lungs. Yes, and during exhalation, the diaphragm relaxes as it moves up and returns to its normal dome shape. Yes, the rib cage also returns to its normal position. This reduces the volume within the chest cavity. The reduction in the volume inside the lungs increases the pressure inside it. Okay, so the pressure will also increase. Thus the air is expelled out. If I tell you in normal language, what will happen when we take in air? What will happen? Our lungs will expand, our rib cage will expand, but our diaphragm will contract. Okay, and when we exhale, the rib cage will get smaller and it relaxes, and our diaphragm will also move up and it will also relax. You can feel it. You can see when you are taking in the air, you can take a long breath. What will happen? Your lungs will expand, and when you will release that air, our lungs will contract. See over here also in this picture what will happen. See, when we are breathing in, what is happening? When we are breathing out, you can see just now out is over here. When we are breathing out, our diaphragm is moving up. I said you this thing. And when we breathe in, diaphragm is moving down. Yes, so this is the, and now I can show you the lungs. Where are they present? I can show you. So I told you lungs are present inside the chest cavity, which is surrounded by the ribs. You can see over here the ribs, that is green in color. So this is the rib cage. So a muscular sheet, now you can see a muscular sheet that I'm talking about is called the diaphragm. That I was talking about the diaphragm. It is the base. It forms the base of your rib cage. Yes, and it is dome in shape. You can see the shape also, and which separates the stomach and the other organs of the digestive system from the chest cavity. These are enclosed in the rib cage. The rib cage actually protects the lungs. Yes. So this is the, you can see the structure. Now you can see the clear picture how you can see the diaphragm is moving up when it moves up, when the air is inhaled. Yeah, when it moves up when air is exhaled. And when it is moving down, then air is inhaled and exhaled when it is moving up. And you can see the lungs are contracting and relaxing. That is, you can see now. Now in this picture, you can even see this. This is the trachea. This is the bronchi, bronchus, and together we can say bronchi, and singular is bronchus. Okay, you can see it clearly. And now I can also show you one more thing. Now you can see the bronchus going inside the lungs. Yes. And so this was the mechanism of breathing and the organs that are responsible or that help us in breathing. Okay, and I should also tell you one more fact, that each lung in the human beings contain more about 300 million alveoli. Yes, so you can see the alveoli plays a great role in the exchange of gases. Yes. The type of I told you about the three phases. So the internal respiration, it usually occurs in the capillaries or in the blood vessels. So alveoli are called as the structural unit of lungs. You should make this clear. So alveoli are called as the structural units of the lung. It is very important. Yes, so this is the that's all for today. I hope you find this topic interesting. So thank you so much.